with Trey right now, the Director of Engineering at MARTiAN Ventures. Let's learn a little bit about you. Why don't you introduce yourself to our audience? Where are you from? What do you do?
Sure, yeah. My name is Trey Schneider, the Director of Engineering here at MARTiAN Ventures, as you said. And I'm from Roswell, Georgia. Technically from Lancaster, PA, but I identify mostly with Roswell nowadays. I went to Georgia Tech. If you watch the other exclusives on Tanner and Jack, you'll find we all went to Tech. Great school. Studied chemical engineering. Oddly enough, we only hire chemies here. And yeah, transitioned to a career in software development right out of school. Been doing it for about 8, 9, 10 years now. So yeah, here at MARTiAN, we build kick-ass e-com tools. I came on the team about May 2020, and we have been taking a look at some of the existing products we've made, rebuilding some of those, and we've got a couple winners we're working on now, finishing up those over the 2021 year, and we got a lot in store for 2022.
Very exciting. So what was and what is your favorite MARTiAN app to build and work on?
Yeah, that's an easy question. Lookalike audience builder. Not that we have several apps right now. I've only worked on 2 of them. The PayPal info tracking populator tool and Lookalike. And it's been very exciting. Technically, a lot of moving parts. It has to support massive scale. It needs to be very fast for the user, and it really encompasses a lot of interesting moving parts on the back end and on the front end. So it's been a real joy to work with as an engineer.
Nice. Sounds like it definitely keeps you busy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are your daily must-dos? What's your non-negotiables for you to do every day to make sure that you are showing up for your coding?
Yeah, most of my feeling good about myself usually circulates around my wife's happiness, whether she's happy with me.
Perfect.
So I'm pretty unhealthy in all other areas of my life. So mostly, it's all about my wife. So happy wife, happy life is a saying that rings true in my life.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you offer a piece of advice to any aspiring app creators or engineers?
Yeah, I mean, probably a step further than that is, this industry is, like I mentioned, I was a chemie, spent 4 years getting that degree, and towards the end of the degree I realized that most of the jobs were really in the field of software development, and so I feel really fortunate that I made that move really early in my professional career. So I tell a lot of people, or I even when I talk to family members and friends who are in other industries, they might be unhappy or they might be interested in the software world. I tell them, try to give them tips about how to get started, how I got started, and it's easier than you think. What I usually tell people is find something a problem that you want to solve personally. It doesn't have to be necessarily make a lot of money, but just in college I played a lot of tennis, and I wanted to I strung tennis rackets for friends, so I built a little app where people could place an order to hey, I want my tennis strung, this is where I live, I go pick it up, I string it, I drop it off, and the app just helped with that process. Didn't make any money, that's why I work here, but get your start by building something that is interesting to you, and in the process you'll pick up all the skills, the technical skills you need to learn to make that application a reality, because you're interested in the final thing that you want to make. So I encourage a lot of people to get involved in this industry, and to speak for MARTiAN, it's a great place to work because my mentality as a leader in the engineering side of MARTiAN is I like people to be very self-sufficient. I like people to have a lot of skills, not be siloed into, you know, a back-end engineer or a front-end engineer. I like people to be, you know, commandos where I can drop behind enemy lines and say, hey, here's 3 bullet points, go build an app that satisfies these requirements. And if there's things they need to fill in the cracks with, then go fill it in, go figure it out. You know, you're a professional. You should have the skills that allows you to design the front end. You know, the best back-end architects are great front-end designers because the UI drives what the functionality of the back-end needs to be. So you really need a very well-rounded skill set to work here, but it also yields to the happiest engineers, because people who feel like they know the product they're working on are very happy because there's no fear, they understand everything, they can answer questions about it, they can onboard other talent to help out with the product. So that's the type of theme that moving forward, that's the type of team we'll be building, where people are self-sufficient, there's less meetings, which I love. So I've come from several enterprise type software shop jobs, and half my time was spent in long meetings where these silo type engineers have to come to a room to figure out who's working on what do I need to account for from what you're working on. But a lot of that stuff melts away when people can fill in those types of cracks with, you know, a well-rounded skill set. So I probably answered like 10 of your questions.
No, it's
This
perfect.
fire's just burning, get me going. So
No, it says that you need to just do something on your own for practice and put yourself into the action to be able to handle it for someone else.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very cool. And how do you like your wings?
Extra crispy.
There you go.
I usually I do a split sauce, so medium buffalo with a lemon pepper dry. Taco Mac Atlanta is my go-to wing stop.
All right. Nice hanging with you.
All right, thanks, Taylor.